Local high school girls basketball teams are tipping off this week with season openers.
Several local athletes are receiving conference honors following the fall athletic seasons.
And football sectional champions will be crowned this weekend. Find out which area teams are still in the running.
We'll have these stories and more right now on Sports Buzz.
Thanks for joining us for Sports Buzz. I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Dalton Ewer.
It was a record-setting night for South Knox girls basketball. Sophomore Ella Bobe scored a school record 37 points to lead the Spartans to an easy 85-35 season opening win at home Tuesday over White River Valley. Two other sophomores, Delaney Coons and Bryn Hill, added a career-high 17 each for South Knox, whose 85 team points was also a school record. The Spartans led 22-9 after one quarter and 45-22 at the half, then outscored the Wolverines 40-13 the rest of the way. South Knox hits the road on Saturday to take on Eastern Green.
The North Knox Warriors are also 1-0 after a 50-10 home victory over Shakamak Tuesday night. Brianna Collins led the way with 12 points and Alex McKinley added 8 for the Warriors, who led 35-9 at the half. While North Knox offense cooled in the second half, the defense only allowed 1 point in the final 2 quarters after already allowing only 9 in the first half. Head coach Steve MEURER credited his team's press with taking control of the game as early as the first quarter.
The defensive pressure that we applied in the first quarter, we really got after it defensively, got some easy baskets, scored 25 points in the first quarter. So that established the tone, and I felt like our defense was pretty solid even when we took our press off. I felt like our defense was solid throughout the entire game. Our offense became stagnant a little bit in the second half. Because we weren't getting some of those easy baskets, but that's something that will come along.
North Knox took advantage of 26 Shakamak turnovers, many of which led to Warrior points. The defending sectional champions have a big test this Friday night when they host the Washington Hatchets.
The Lincoln girls basketball team will get their season underway tonight at Alice Arena when they host Sullivan. The Alices are coming off of a successful 17-9 season and a sectional title. Lincoln returnees include seniors Gracie Kramer and Faith Fleetwood. Kramer averaged 7.6 points per game, while Fleetwood averaged 4.5 points a game. Junior Ari Gherkin will be another player looked at to score. Last year, she was the second leading scorer at 13.7 points per game. While the season is still brand new, Coach Tim Young likes the work ethic he sees from his team.
Well, our upcoming season, we're coming off of a great ending of the season last year with a sectional win and upset in Washington. And the ladies are still practicing from that high. And, we've had 2.5 weeks of practice, and they've come every day in practice and had a great attitude and are really working hard.
Tonight's game will get underway at 7:30.
The Rivet Patriots will get their season underway on Saturday at Evansville Harrison. The Patriots are coming off of a 20-win season to go along with a sectional championship. The team is looking to expand on last year's success. They will start their season with a new coach as Michael Mills replaces the retired Rick Marshall. Mills isn't new to the team as he has been the JV coach for the last 3 seasons. The top returning scorer is Lexi Frey. The sophomore averaged 7 points a game in her freshman season. KENADEE Frey and Mary Herman will be 2 other players that will be looked to score for the Patriots. While the team is still working on putting pieces together, there is plenty of enthusiasm for the upcoming season.
We have done basic drills and getting all of our fundamentals back to the basic game of basketball. We've been doing our basic plays and learning to work together as a team and getting everything new since we got a new coach. And we're basically just getting back into the feeling, and we're ready to compete on Saturday.
Tip-off of the Patriots season opener at Harrison is set for 1 p.m.
This year, the Washington Lady Hatchets kick off their season away from home. After finishing off a great regular season, the Hatchets came up short in the sectional final. Head coach Gretchen says the amount of underclassmen on the team brings a new team dynamic.
Well, I think every year brings an entire new team and a new structure, and especially with graduating the scoring that we did, about 80% of it, being able to find kids to be able to put the ball in the basket. We are majority of freshmen this year. Most of our team are freshmen. We've got great leadership with our upperclassmen of Chloe Browning, Haley Cummins, and Maddie Dalton. I think just every game, every practice is going to be a learning curve to then be playing hopefully our best basketball come tournament time. North Knox is loaded with guards and who can shoot the ball extremely well and that can handle it. So I think just being able to see that speed of people driving to the basket, being able to defend that and also defend the line of that, they just always are very fundamentally sound. South Knox always just comes at you. I mean, no matter what kind of defense they throw at you, they're always super aggressive, very hardworking, and they just have a lot of kids that can really make you feel uncomfortable and get out of the style that you want to play in order to find a way to win on their end.
As mentioned before, the Lady Hatchets travel to North Knox for their season opener tomorrow.
Congratulations to South Knox cross-country runner Aubrey Nowoski as she finished 71st at the state finals last Saturday at Terre Haute. The field included 204 runners, and Nowoski finished in a time of 19 minutes and 39 seconds. According to Coach Daniel Crouchy, her state meet finish was the best in the history of South Knox girls cross-country program. Other area finishers include Heidi and Haley Mead of Princeton. They finished 11th and 12th respectively, while the Tigers finished 18th as a team. Xavier Westman of Pike Central was 37th, and Boonville senior Emma Gresham was 56th. Noblesville was crowned the girls' state champ.
The Blue Chip Conference released their boys all-conference team. League champion South Knox placed 5 players in the team. Spartans players on the list include Dakota Candler and Jackson Thomas, who were named to the team for a second straight year. Braden Loudermilk, Jackson Hoops, and Layden Yarber were also all-conference. Tommy Herman from Rivet made the team along with Josiah Mackey from North Knox. Washington Catholic was second in the league, followed by Wood Memorial and Northeast DuBois. The Patriots finished 5th.
The Blue Chip Conference has released their boys tennis all-conference team. South Knox Nathan Robbins was one of the 15 players selected for this year's team. Robbins was the #1 singles player for the Spartans and finished 3-2 in conference play. Lagodi won the conference, finishing 5-0 and had 7 players named All-BCC. Bar-Rive was second, Northeast DuBois third, and South Knox finished 4th, followed by Wood Memorial and Rivet.
The Southwest Conference released their football all-conference team last week. North Knox had 7 players named to the team: running back Caleb Bottom, offensive lineman Dylan Bond and Landon Worstel, defensive lineman Jean-Pierre, linebackers Caleb Archer and Devin Kent, and Mason Lyons was an at-large pick. Bottom led the Warriors with 1,110 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. Archer was the team's leading tackler with 120. North Knox finished second in league play.
Sectional championships in football will be on the line tomorrow evening. The biggest matchup in the Wabash Valley is in Class 2A, where the Linton Myers and Sullivan Golden Arrows renew their rivalry with a championship at stake. #1 Linton withstood a dramatic fourth-quarter rally by Southmont to win 35-29, while Sullivan had no trouble with Cascade in a 30-14 rout. The Miners won their regular season meeting 40-20, but this will be the first time in the history of the decades-old rivalry that these teams meet in the sectional. Kickoff is in Sullivan at 7 p.m., and the winner heads to the regional.
The Pocket Athletic Conference will be well represented as 5 teams play for sectional titles tomorrow. The most surprising team left is the Pike Central Chargers in Class 3A, who have won 2 sectional games over Washington and West Vigo after winning only once during the regular season. They have a 7 p.m. kickoff at unbeaten Owen Valley, who dethroned last year's state champ Gibson Southern a week ago. In 4A, the Boonville Pioneers pulled off a stunning 28-27 upset over previously unbeaten Evansville Rights. Last Friday, they will host Memorial tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. Elsewhere, Southridge visits Heritage Hills in an all-PAC final in 3A, and North Posey heads to Mater Dei in 2A. The winners Friday advance to the regionals.
Over in Illinois, Red Hills football season came to an end Saturday as Salt Fork defeated the Salukis 48-31 in the first round of the IHSA state playoffs. The Salukis took a 13-7 lead in the second quarter before the Storm went ahead for good, leading by 8 at the half and after 3 quarters, then pulling away in the fourth. Red Hill finishes its season 7-3, its best season since going 8-2 in 2018. Elsewhere in Illinois, Mount Carmel advanced with a narrow 8-6 win over Monticello, while Robinson and Olney bowed out with losses to St. Joseph, Ogden, and Waterloo.
2 area teams will be playing for state championship titles this weekend in girls high school volleyball. The Linton Miners advanced by winning a 5-set thriller over Indianapolis-Scecina. The Crusaders took control of the semifinal match, winning the first game, but the Miners fought back to win the second and the third sets. Cecina rallied to cruise to a 4th set win, and Linton took the 5th and deciding set 15-11 to win their first ever semi-state title. The Miners are 28-5 and will face Wapania at 1:30 for the 2A title.
Elsewhere, Tecumseh is a Southern representative for the Class A title. They swept Indianapolis Lutheran in straight sets to advance. They will play Fort Wayne Blackhawk in their first game of the day at Ball State University for the Class A championship. In the 3A championship, it will be Providence and Belmont, while the 4A game features Yorktown and Hamilton Southeastern.
Evansville Memorial captured the girls' state soccer title in Class 2A. They shut out Leo 4-0. The Tigers' Emily Mattingly won the Wines Mental Attitude Award. They finished the season with a perfect 22-0 record. Other winners include Park Tudor capturing the 1A championships for both the girls and the boys teams. Noblesville duplicated that same feat in the Class 3A, winning both titles. Indianapolis Rebuff captured the 2A boys title.
Looking to rebound from last year, VU men's basketball returned to the court Tuesday with a clean slate. The Trailblazers got things started off on the right foot as Shiloh Jackson's 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 blocks led VU to a 79-68 win over Kankakee. Tassos Cook and Caleb Johnson each added 11 points, while Chris King came up just short of a double-double with 7 points and 11 rebounds. VU led 39-37 at the half, despite 11 first-half turnovers. The Blazers returned to the PE Complex court this weekend for the Kiwanis Classic, where they host Malcolm X College Friday and Columbia State Saturday. Both games tip off at 7 p.m.
The Vincennes University Women's open up their season tomorrow at the Moberly Classic. Friday's opponents will be Danville Area Community College, while on Saturday, VU will play John Wood Community College. The Blazers produced a 20-win season, but fell in the district semifinal round. The guard tandem of Cheryl Newsom and Daylin Thornton are the top 2 scorers back this season. Newsom averaged 12.3 points per game, while Thornton averaged 9.2 points. VU will have their first home game next Tuesday when they host Jefferson College.
The Vincennes University women's volleyball team defended their Region 24 crown by sweeping John A. Logan College 25-16, 25-21, and 25-23. The Blazers completed their second straight Region 24 season with a perfect 12-0 record. Coach Gary Sine picked up his career 700th victory with the win and was also named the Region 24 Coach of the Year. Paige Parlancy led the VU offense with 12 kills, while Aubrey Boos added 10. Hannah Graber had 21 assists. The Blazers advanced to the championship round after going the distance with Kaskaskia in a tied 5-setter. The 29-8 Trailblazers will host the district championships on Sunday and will take on Iowa Western at 1 p.m., following Missouri State West Plains and Lakeland at 11 a.m. The championship is at 5 p.m., and all matches are at the PE Complex.
Vincennes University cross-country runner Matthew Keatney captured the individual Region 24 title last week. The sophomore runner made a late race comeback to win by 1/10 of a second. VU was named the Region 24 champions for both the men's and the women's teams, since they were the only ones competing at the D1 level. In the women's race, Brittany Page was the top finisher for VU. She finished the course with a time of 20 minutes and 59 seconds. The Trailblazers will now prepare for the NJCAA Division I National Championships in Tallahassee, Florida on Saturday, November 12th, and the NJCAA Half Marathon Championships on Tuesday, November 15th. And that's all for this edition of Sports Buzz. For everyone here at Vincennes University Broadcasting, I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Dalton Ewer. Join us again next week.